and to have come here and to spend week or 2 weeks in sadhana, spiritual sadhana. Who wants to do this in this time and age of Kali Yuga? Even in the name of spirituality, a lot of souls wish to just have entertainment, serious sadhana. But indeed, I am very blessed to have you blessed souls. Because whenever I glorify the Lord's name or my Guru's name, it is only my tongue, my heart, my mind which gets purified. And along with this, I'm sure that we all receive also the grace of our Gurudev, of Shravan Bhakti, which shall enhance and help us do our Sumiran Bhakti. Since we are all here with the great grace and blessings of the Lord, let us all take this time, this most precious moment, and this grace with our full devotion and a surrender of our hearts and minds and make the most of it. Let us all now fold our hands in the prayer mode. Take a good look at the divine form of our most beloved God and Guru placed on the altar. Capture the form of the Lord in your hearts and minds and close your eyes. Try to now visualize the divine form of God and Guru with the inner eyes of your mind. The Lord seated in your heart, make him. Give him a beautiful asana, make him smile with all love and joy and happiness. When he sees his own dear souls remembering him, how much love, how much happiness does he receive? He is bliss himself, but this is the bliss from the devotees that the Lord and the Guru enjoys. Let us all try to do our Roop Dhyan, remember the divine form of God and Guru, and by our most humble obeisance at the divine lotus feet of our supreme divine beloved Lord, seeking his grace to be enlightened with the divine knowledge, the divine wisdom that may help us practice our devotion and progress on the path of love and devotion. Mannatha Shri Jagannatho Madguru Shri Jagadguru Madatma Sarva Bhutatma Kripalur Gurave Namah. Guru Raradhanadishcha Guru Paramadaivatam Guru Partaram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Braje Basantam Navanita Chauram Gopangananam Chadakula Chauram Anek Janmarjit Pap Chauram Chauragraganyam Purusham Namami. Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Puravam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tagvam Hadevamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshur Vai Sharanamaham Prapadye. Ananda Kanda Satchidananda Shri Krishna Chandra Charnaravinda Makaranda Milinda Mahanubhav, the blessed souls, eternal and divine. Dear devotees, let us all today sing and listen about the divine pastimes of our beloved Sri Radha Krishna. It's a Padvyakhya that I have been asked to do, because the devotees say that we listen to the divine philosophy, but we need something to help us with our Rup Dhyan sadhana as well. And for that, Sri Maharaj Ji has very, very graciously given the Prem Ras Madhira Pads, the 1008 Pads in Prem Ras Madhira, that immediately transports our hearts and minds into doing Rup Dhyan, into the divine abode of Sri Radha Krishna. The whole Leelas come right in front of us, like as if we are watching a movie. I know I cannot do a perfect job. Of course, Maharaj Ji is Maharaj Ji. Who can equal him? He is the supreme. However, with his divine grace, I will try my best to have our entertainment and our fun with our beloved Sri Radha Krishna. Today's Leela is from Man Madhuri. Man is a high state of divine love, of perfect divine love, of Siddha Bhakti. Prema Bhakti, Sneha Bhakti, Man Bhakti. It's the third level up. And then above Man, of course, would be the other Siddha Bhaktis. These are perfect divine love, ecstatic state of the saints, of the realized personalities. So Prema Bhakti, Sneha Bhakti, Man Bhakti, and then Pranaya Bhakti, Raga Bhakti, Anurag Bhakti, Bhavesh Bhakti, and Mahabhav Bhakti. These are the 8 levels. So today, this is from Man. But this is Radha Rani's Man, Kishori Ji's Man. Kishori Ji's Man is not of any level, it's perfect. And this Man, Madhuri, this sweetness, this Leela of Kishori Ji getting into Man, may seem to you all, or us all, like getting upset or getting angry or getting annoyed. But it is not like that. It is beyond our comprehension. We have to use the materialistic language, the material mic words to explain about all this divine subject. And then what to say about the divine ras, the divine nectar? Impossible. One can only enter into that bhav to experience and to enjoy this ras. But it is the grace of God upon us, ignorant, deluded souls, that all these leelas have been performed by the Lord for us to develop in our hearts, in our minds, that intimate, deep relationship with God, with our divine beloved, and to yearn for such experiences. While we do our sadhana, our aim becomes, oh, when would I experience this love with my beloved Lord? I'm fed up worshipping him only as God. Now I want that God to be my beloved. And then from my beloved, I want to experience all this ras, this different ecstatic bliss. Thus, gracefully, Sri Maharaj Ji has given us all these 21 different kinds of madhuris, in which one is Man Madhuri. So Kishori Ji's Man Leela is basically to enhance our love and devotion and the longing feeling, what it is all like. Kishori Ji herself, when she enters into Man, how desperately she longs for Krishna. Every moment is like aeons for her. And every moment for Krishna is like aeons. And how a devotee Yugaitam nimishena. Yugaitam nimishena. As Mahaprabhu Gauranga Dev says, युग के समान एक एक क्षण लगे. ये मान अवस्था में सर्व अधिक इसका अनुभूति होता है. Because they are the Priyatam, Shyam Sundar, and beloved Radha Rani. They are both desperately longing to be with one another. They are separated. Thus, this is only to make us taste about how sweet this experience, this divine bliss is when we have such deep, intimate relationship with our divine beloved in the divine phenomenon, in the divine manner, which has nothing to do about this material world and nothing the way we might people understand or comprehend. It is beyond body, it is beyond senses, it is beyond mind, it is beyond intellect. It is the thing about the soul and the soul's beloved. Now getting to this Man Madhuri Leela, it is Leela number 17 of Man Madhuri from Prem Ras Madhira. And as in the Radha Govind Geet, Sri Maharaj Ji has already in the Leela Madhuri explained to us all that Shri Krishna ki Ananta Shakti, Govinda Radhe, Leela Shakti, Kripa Shakti, Pramukh Bata De. Shri Krishna has got infinite Shaktis. Infinite is everything about the Lord. Infinite are the Shaktis of God. However, it is the Leela Shakti and the Kripa Shakti which is Pramukh, which is the prominent, the most prominent powers of God. Just as we initially do not know about fire. As a child, when somebody said, hey, fire, don't go near, we had no knowledge about it. But when we go close to the fire and touch the fire and the fire burns us, then we know, oh, who gave us this knowledge? Fire tattva itself gives the knowledge about fire to us. Agni tattva swayam hame agni ka ye bhaan karata hai. इसी प्रकार से, in the same way, God and His infinite divine pastimes, if we again and again and again listen to the sweet divine pastimes and narrations of the Lord, then Godhead personality Himself will give us the understanding. He Himself will grace us about His divine pastimes. बार बार सुने यदि लीला को, तो उसका भी ज्ञान हमें हरि करा दे. Thus, let us all, abandoning our calculative, our questioning, our argumentative minds and intellects, listen to the divine pastime and narrations of the Lord. And drink the divine nectar of these divine pastimes. Become like an innocent child who doesn't question, who doesn't apply the mind and the intellect. No ifs, no buts. Like an innocent child. Just listen to the divine narrations and drink the divine nectar of the divine blissful leelas. And faith certainly will be sprouted in our hearts by His divine grace. Definitely and certainly, without doubt, faith will be sprouted. Sri Krishna, in his divine pastime, especially of the Man Madhuri, assumes different guise, different forms, disguises himself in many different forms. There is no specific number of the guise that the Supreme Divine Lord assumes. No set number. At whatever time, whenever, wherever, whatever the need is, accordingly, Sri Krishna assumes that form. But today's appearance of Sri Krishna is a bit peculiar. It is strange and it is unique. Today he has put on a garb which is very peculiar and strange. Never ever before he had put on such a garb. And as soon as he comes to Kishoriji, Sri Radha Rani, and enters the palace of Radha Rani, Kishoriji, immediately on seeing Sri Krishna, Shyam Sundar, remarks, on the spot, right away, Kishoriji says, "Wow, what a beautiful form, my beloved, you have assumed today. Wow, my beloved, such a beautiful form. So finely dressed." Sri Krishna is extremely thrilled with ecstatic joy that, wow, my beloved Sri Kishoriji is so pleased, so happy today on seeing my appearance, my dress. He really thought it was a compliment from Kishoriji. But this is the ironic sense of humor. What is the ironic sense of humor? What Kishoriji says is completely contradictory, opposite to what she means. That is why it's ironic sense of humor. Just like if somebody makes a mistake, and suppose I say, "Wow, that was clever," and you think, "Wow, that was really clever." Like an ignorant fool, huh? When, in true sense, it means, boy, it's not clever at all. So here Kishoriji is saying, "Wow, what a beautiful form." And Krishna is thinking, "Aha, my beloved Radharani is so happy today." When the fact of the matter is that it is the very opposite of this. Kishoriji, on seeing the appearance of Thakurji today, is extremely upset and angry. Extremely upset and angry. Why? What is it in the form today that is so different? Kishoriji is saying, "Wow, so finely dressed one," but Sri Krishna doesn't get it. Does it need explanation? Yes, it needs explanation. So Sri Kishoriji starts to explain and describe about the dress, the appearance of Thakurji. अट पट भेष बनायो छैल भल 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 अट पट भेष बनायो Atpat bhesh banayo. What a peculiar, strange appearance today. So what is so strange in the garb of Krishna today? Well, Kishoriji says, what a fantastic, magnificent, beautiful red dye, which is known as mihawar, the red color, on your forehead. Shyam Sundar gets the greatest shock of his life when he hears this. Mihawar on my forehead. Mihawar, it's a red color that is not applied on your head or forehead. Where is it applied? Right the very opposite of your head. On your foot, on your feet. The ladies apply it on the sole of the feet, the red mihawar. And Kishoriji, of course, with the red mihawar, the red color dye. And also on the top of the toes and on the sides and on the ankle, intricate designs are made with this color. But today, Shyam Sundar has decorated his forehead with this red color, with mihawar. How come the mihawar went on the top of the head, on the forehead? Well, Kishoriji understood it all. He had promised to me, he had made a promise that I will not be any late than midnight. I will be at your palace, I'll be with you by midnight. And now look what the time is. 4 a.m. in the morning. So, where did he disappear all this time? All night, where did he disappear? made a promise to come at 12 midnight and coming now at 4 a.m. Certainly he was with Chandravali. Chandravali is Nitya Priya Sakhi. See, there are Sakhis you have heard about, these different levels of Sakhis. I'm not going to go into detail, but just to let you know that there is these Ashtamaha Sakhis that you have always heard about, the highest and the top. But higher than the, superior than the Ashtamaha Sakhis that we have in the shrine out there, Ashtamaha Sakhis, are the Nitya Priya Sakhis. Under the category of Nitya Priya Sakhis, some of the Rasik saints have also included Kishori Ji, Radha Rani. Radha Rani is Nitya Priya Sakhi, and Chandravali is another Nitya Priya Sakhi. Padma is another Nitya Priya Sakhi. So there are few Nitya Priya Sakhis. But in all of the Nitya Priya Sakhis, Kishori Ji is the supreme. Of course, she is the very soul of Shyam Sundar, not Sakhi. Huh? Nitya Priya means eternally. The beloved, or the lovers of Shyam Sundar. The love of Shyam Sundar. It is Shyam Sundar's own manifestation, or Radha Rani's own manifestation, in the form of Nitya Priya Sakhis. This Chandravali and them are the manifestations of the Supreme Divine Personality. However, Kishori Ji is the very soul, and she is Madanakya Mahabhav Swarupni. Remember this. Chandravali and none of the Nitya Priya Sakhis have got any status over there. They have no permission. Madanakya Mahabhav Swarupni is Kishori Ji. Nobody has got entrance in Ribhit Nikunj. None of the Nitya Priya Sakhis even. No Chandravali any. Chandravali is number 2, the very second. Out of all the Nitya Priya Sakhis, leaving Radha Rani, who is the Madanakya Mahabhav Swarupni herself, Chandravali is the topmost then. So she's number 2. Let's do it like this. Number 1, Radha Rani. No one can go near. Chandravali is the direct rival. Now, the word rival, again, you may start thinking with your materialistic minds, you know, in the world also, I know, there are certain people who compete with us. Yeah. And there are some who directly compete. Now, when you listen to the divine pastimes of the Supreme Almighty Lord, do not take your material mind to your material relationships and start to compare. There is no comparison, as I told you, that stop this intellect. Surrender it and just listen like an innocent child and drink the divine nectar. And the rest, the grace of God will take care of. But don't think anything. Don't think anything. Otherwise, we'll do great amount of sin and transgression. So coming back, this direct rival of Sri Kishori Ji, of Radha Rani, is Chandravali. What do they do? What do these Sakhis do? Such Sakhis like Chandravali enhance the divine sweetness of the divine pastimes of Sri Radha Krishna Leelas. They bring more sweetness to it. They help. But it seems like they are the ones who create the problem. Jealousy or hatred or something like that. Huh? Of course, if somebody's competing with somebody, what else do you expect in this competition? If somebody's direct rival, then what do you expect? A lot of animosity and a lot of jealousy and hatred. But such things don't exist in the divine phenomenon If it did exist, then none of us would pray to the Lord to go there to Golok. If the same problem is there. There's nothing like that. So they just help enhance the sweetness of Sri Radha Krishna Leela. And especially Chandravali. She is the direct opponent and rival of Kishori Ji. And most of the time, Radha Rani will enter into Man because of Chandravali. Man, in our normal common way, let us try to understand, upset, get really upset. So, Kishori Ji says, yeah. I understand everything now. How come this Mihawar is on Shyam Sundar's forehead? Where was he all night? Where did he disappear to? Chandravali's home. And Chandravali must have done Man, because she is another Nitya Priya Sakhi. And she also keeps going into Man. So she must have gone into Man. And Shyam Sundar must have fallen at her feet. Trying to pacify her and seek for forgiveness from her and shedding tears with his head on her feet. And those tears must have washed the Mihawar, which was on Chandravali's feet, and got smeared on his forehead. This is exactly what has happened. Radharani is now thinking. She's not speaking it loudly. And now, in haste to come to me, realizing that, oh, by Jove, it is 4 a.m. And I had promised Kishori Ji that I'll be there at midnight. And now it's 4 a.m. Oh, dear. So he ran in hurry. He rushed in haste to come to me. He totally was out of his mind. He's not crazy otherwise. He's not out of his mind to apply the Mihawar on his forehead. But at that time, he could not think anything. And he just rushed to me and forgot to wipe off that Mihawar, that red color. This Beshram, Beheya, shameless, traitor, betrayer. How dare he standing in front of me like this with the Mihawar on his forehead. So Kishori Ji now says that mistakenly this has happened. अटपट भेष बनायो छैल भल अटपट भेष बनायो छैल भल चंद्रा bhal atpat bhesh banayo chhel bhal. So lal kari layo. First lal means Shyam Sundar. And lal kari layo means that reddened forehead has come with it. So when Kishori ji pointed out to the mihawar on his forehead, Shyam Sundar got terrified. And he started thinking, oh God, what explanation will I give to her now? I mean, what should I say? She is absolutely correct, right in saying this, because I did forget to wipe it off. And Shyam Sundar is trying to look up, but one cannot see one's own forehead. Yeah. So anyway, and then Kishori ji, terrified, he's standing there, and Kishori ji says, and Shriman ji, तुम्हारे shoulder पर क्या है? कंधे पर. And what is on Shriman ji's shoulder? Mister, what is on your shoulder? Shyam Sundar is thinking, shoulder. At least he could have seen that. He can't see that, his forehead, but he could have seen what is on his shoulder. But in the dark and in haste, he even forgot to see what it was, what he wore. What he did was, he wore the red chunari. Chunari is also known as orani. Orani, the veil. Beautiful, 2.5 yard material. Beautiful, with border. And red orani is what Chandravali wears. So the red chunari of Chandravali, in the dark and in haste, he picked up that and wore that, put on that. And his own pitambar, he left it there. तो चुनरी पहन कर आ गए. तो श्रीमान जी आपके कंधे पर क्या है? श्रीमान जी तो उसका हालत और खराब. Dreadful is condition of Shyam Sundar now. God, he's so terrified. Oh, now one thing was one, but now it's number 2. Oh God. Now, what do I say? How do I explain about what happened? And Shyam Sundar standing there, terrified. अटपट भेष बनायो छैल भल अटपट भेष बनायो छैल भल दे So Shyam Sundar's condition is dreadful, terrified. He's standing there. And in the meantime, thinking what to say. So our beloved Gurudev, Jagadguru Shree Kripaluji Maharaj, walks up to Shyam Sundar and very quietly says to him, think hard. Keep thinking. And Kishori Ji, in the meantime, is saying to Shyam Sundar, do you want me to tell you about the other identifications as well? How could Shyam Sundar say, yes, yes, go ahead? God, he's so terrified. अंदर का हालत इतना खराब है उसका. वो कैसे बोलेंगे कि हाँ हाँ बताओ बताओ और सब जो आपको दिखाई पड़ रहे हैं. So Shyam Sundar, standing there, his condition very bad, and Thakurani, Radha Rani is pointing out the other identifications now. How come your hair is so disheveled today? So untidy, bikhra hua, baal, all over the place. Of course, in a haste, he had come, remember. If you would have taken time and come calmly, then you would have come all up to date. Yes. But he had rushed, so hair is all disheveled. And Kishori Ji said, your eyes are so red. This is a clear evidence that you were up all night. Up all night. Huh? Specifying Chandravali? Yeah. You're up all night. And your eyes are red, your hair is all disheveled. And, by the way, tell me, where is your most soul-loved, the precious, most dear Murali, your flute? You never part with your flute, whether you are eating, or you go out grazing cows, or you are in the Maharas. Never, at any cost, you can part with your Murli. Where is your Murli today? Where have you forgotten that? Shyam Sundar looks, sees, alas, he thinks, he's not speaking loudly. He can't even speak at the moment. He's all choked voice. And he's going through a very bad time at the moment. So he's just thinking, alas, my Murli, oh God, my Murli. I even forgot my Murli. Anyway, he's not showing this to Kishori Ji. He's standing there like a very innocent, ignorant child. At-pat bhesh banayo chhel bhal at-pat bhesh banayo chhel bhal de uphar bikhare kesh nayan ratnare bikhare kesh nayan ratnare nayan ratnare बिखरे केश नयन रत्नारे बिखरे केश नयन रत्नारे मुरली कित बिसराए bhal
पट पट भेष बनायो छैल भल.
So first of all, Shyam Sundar heard about his one wrong, about the Mihawar. Secondly, then Kishori ji pointed out the second wrong, the second guilt of Shyam Sundar, about the chunari which he was wearing, the red chunari of Chandravali and Pitambar, he's left it. Shyam Sundar's condition was already so bad, and now the third thing is about the disheveled hair, and the fourth is about the red eyes. Clear evidence that he was up all night or he cried all night. Two things, either on, whatever. And then comes the fifth thing about his Murli, which is also not with him today. So Shyam Sundar standing there completely speechless. He cannot speak even. He's so filled with fear, overcome with fear. He's so terrified. His condition is dreadful. And Kishori ji can see all this. Kishori ji saying, say something, speak, come on, tell me, give answers. Shyam Sundar, he is standing, terrified, trying to say something. He says, Baat, yeah. Baat, yeah. You are stuttering today? Are you perfect, eloquent speaker? Yeah, very fluent, perfect speaker. Very fluent in your speech. What happened today? How come you are stuttering? What's wrong? Kishore ji is saying to Shyam Sundar that explain. And Shyam Sundar cannot even talk, overcome by fear. So today, Yaha Sarvagya Sarva Vidyasya Jnanamayan Tapa, the Vedas say that the Lord is Sarvagya, the all-knowing Lord. Today, what happened to his knowledge? He is thinking what reply to give, what to speak, how, what to say. Today, all his perfect intellect is failing. But remember, in front of whom? Hamari Sarkar. Not just failing in front of anybody, he's still Sarvagya. But in front of Hamari Radha Rani, Hamari Sarkar. Today, his buddhi kuntit हो रहा है. क्या बोलूं क्या नहीं बोलूं समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, लेकिन हमारे सरकार के सामने ऐसा हो रहा है. अटपट भेष बनायो छैल भल.
अटपट भेष बनायो छैल भल.
बचन अर बरे स्वेद कंप तनु.
बचन अर बरे स्वेद कंप तनु.
तव अपराध जतायो छैल भल.
तव अपराध बनायो छैल भल
अटपट भेष बनायो छैल भल
अटपट भेष बनायो छैल भल.
So bachan arabare, stuttering, can't speak, like choked voice. Swed is perspiration, and the whole body is trembling. Shyam Sundar's whole body is also trembling. See, horripilation, tremor, trembling of the body, and perspiration, that is sweating, these appear in Satvik Bhav. And Shyam Sundar always used to have these symptoms of the Satvik Bhav manifested in his body due to his divine ecstatic love with Kishori Ji. But today, it is out of fear, not out of love. So these are the same symptoms in extreme fearful state as well. The perspiration and the horripilation, standing of the hairs of the skin, and trembling, and also choked voice. It comes in Satvik Bhav with extreme love, divine love, and it also appears when one, suppose, sees a ghost or extreme fear is there. So today it is due to extreme fear that Shyam Sundar is sweating, perspiring, and there is horripilation, there is tremor, he's trembling, and also he can't speak, his choked voice, he's stuttering. All this is happening because now he's thinking, oh God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now how do I give explanation to all this? What do I say? His intellect has frozen. He can't think and he can't decide, he can't speak. And Kishori Ji now has come to know about all this. So now Shyam Sundar knows Kishori Ji will enter into man. And that is the most painful thing for Shyam Sundar. Shyam Sundar standing speechless while Kishori Ji is saying, say something, unable to speak. His entire body is trembling due to fear. The condition inside is also bad, externally also dreadful condition. So Kishori Ji says to Shyam Sundar, Jayati Vachana Rachana Ati Nagar. The Vedas glorify the Lord. One of the qualities of the Lord is glorified greatly in the Vedas. That you are expert in making up stories. The Vedas say God is expert in making up stories. But where is that gone today? That expert skill of yours. Anyway, Shyam Sundar is so terrified that Kishori Ji is saying, are you afraid of something? Have you done something wrong? No need to be afraid. Because Shyam Sundar is really trembling with fear. So no need to be afraid. But the condition is so bad inside, he can't stop being afraid. Anyway, he knows he's wrong. So Kishori Ji is saying, good thing. Good thing is that you came with all the evidences today. Everything has come into open today. When the gopis used to always talk about your character to me, I never believed it. I always doubted them. And I always thought the only business of these gopis is to just gossip and talk nonsense. I never believed, because I never thought my beloved would be like this. But it's good that today you have come with all the evidences, and it's all in open now. All your deceit, all your cheat, everything is here. You shameless betrayer and beshram behavior. So Kishori Ji says, "Acha hai na? Aaj sab chitta khul gaya samne." Or and Kishori ji also says that glory to your immodesty, glory to your immodesty. धनी धनी धन्य है तुम्हारे ये immodesty का मतलब, you betray, you cheat का. So this way, Nilaj, shameless, twice Kishori ji glorifies the immodest character of behavior or nature of Shyam Sundar. Aaj chal ugreo, bhali kari jo ayo. Everything is in open today. अट पट भेष बनायो छैल भल अट पट
भेष बनायो छैल भल
धनी धनी नीलज आजू छल उघर्यो धनी धनी नीलज आजू छल
उधर्यो
भली करी जो आयो छैल भल
भली करी जो आयो छैल भल
सुनी आट पाट भेष बनायो छैल भल आट पाट
भेष बनायो छैल भल
सुनी कृपालु कटु बचन लली के सुनी
कृपालु कटु वचन लही के
ओ सुनी कृपालु कटु बचन लली के
सुनी कृपालु कटु वचन लली के
लाल दृगन तम छायो छैल भल लाल
दृगन तम छायो छैल भल
अट पट भेष बनायो छैल भल
अट पट भेष बनायो छैल भल.
So, when Shyam Sundar heard these harsh words from Kishori ji, he was so terrified that he couldn't see anything. There was darkness which spread all over him, over his eyes, clouded vision. Kishori ji spoke these words and she turned around and she left and went inside. Now, Thakurji is standing outside, clouded vision. Everything is dark around him. His intellect is frozen. He can't think, he can't decide, he can't say anything. And his entire body is trembling. Horripilation, perspiration, it's all there. And also, apart from clouded vision, his head is reeling. He's feeling very giddy. He's about to faint. And Jagadguru Shree Kripaluji Maharaj, our beloved Gurudev, goes there and says, yeah, good, stand here, like this. And pay off for what you did. And just quietly saying this. So Shyam Sundar is left all by himself, standing there, overcome with fear. So dreadful is his condition, so terrified. He can't see anything, clouded vision, his head is reeling, and he's about to fall unconscious. In this position, Sri Maharajji left Thakurji standing there. But Thakurji is going to get consultation from the most perfect person who can really be his guru and teach him what to say, tell him what to say. That consultation is going to come from Jagadguru Shree Kripaluji Maharaj. So Thakurji is going to go and consult Sri Maharajji. And tomorrow he's going to come back. And what is he going to do? He's going to give answers to all these questions. So let's leave Thakurji today standing in that position and let's wait till tomorrow. Boliye Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki jai. Boliye hamare atpat natkhat Gopal ki jai. Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Shri Radhe. जय श्री राधे. एक बार बोलिए जगतगुरु उत्तम स्वामी श्री कृपालु जी महाप्रभु की जय. आप सभी भक्तों की भी जय. So today think about this Leela and sleep. Will you be able to sleep? No.